Hey guys, welcome back to G-Dub's Garage and part 5 of the Honda Civic rescue. I know what you're thinking. What? That's not a Civic. No, I had to move the Civic out because we were going to have like a storm of the century, evidently, that didn't really happen. So I didn't want to leave that outside because my other shop's full. This was in the garage, but I had to move it out to work on the two Civics. So this is back in, and the Civic's done. Well, no, I shouldn't say done. It's on the ground, moving, rolling, all that stuff. So that's what this next section of video is, basically putting that back together and then giving a test drive and all that stuff. So part 6, I'll probably do some interior stuff and put on the camber adjusters I got for the back, because I've got quite a bit of negative camber on the rear. So we'll fix that up, and then that car will be basically done till spring. I'm going to run it around. I'm going to drive it. And so with that said, let's get to it. All right. Get out of here, you little go-kart wheel. Let's see, that's got to go in the other car. It bit me. So we got to get these out. But in order to do that, we got to get inside the car and rip out the interior to get to those. So we'll lower the car back down and take those bolts out first, and then we'll take out this bottom bolt right there and get those springs out. Just back seat parts over. Remember that. And hold the door closer. And this is like brand new. Nope. Alright, nice mat in here. Those bolts are under there, or nuts I should say. So gotta get that, figure out how to pop that off there. We'll get a screwdriver. Nope, I gotta screw it out. Nope. Alright, I'll be back with that in a second. So I'm guessing these are going to be a 14 or a 15 mic. Let's see if we can get this off here without breaking it. I'm really good at breaking plastic stuff. Okie doke. Come on now. Don't be stubborn. If anybody knows how to get these off, just... There we go. Push me up. All right. I get the other one. I want to disconnect from the bottom. Take this one out, give it a good washing. Maybe a trimming too, because it doesn't quite fit, but it's close. Carpet cleaner, it looks like. Put that there. Well, does anybody know? Do I gotta? We know we gotta take that one out, but we gotta take that off to get that out. I guess we'll find out. So something good to note here, and I wish I forgot to do it on the front, but so I've got the stock rear spring and then the new spring. The new spring, to lengthen it out, yeah, so these are quite a little bit shorter, not quite a bit shorter. So what I'm going to do, this is the length, so we're going to lose some height already without doing anything. So I'm just going to count the number of turns so I get both of them the same, both rears the same. Count the number of turns, and I'm going to put this up on. We'll measure it and see how much lower these are going to be. Of course, the spring rate's probably going to be different, so we'll have to change that. But on the fronts, these were up. I just eyeballed it, and then I measured the distance between the lock, these lock spanners here, and it's the same on both sides. But I think eventually that may come back to haunt me. I don't know. We'll see. There's plenty of adjustment both up and down still on the front, but this makes it even more adjustable. So yeah, I'll do that. I'll measure it, see how much we lost to have a good amount of thread in here. So yeah, I'll do that. Okay, so 16 turns of this onto here gave me roughly 2 inches drop. Like I said, it's probably going to be more than that because I don't know, how much spring is in here. And so I'm going to try it at that, see where it comes out. Also make sure that these will square. So we'll throw that in there and see what happens. We'll lock this into place once we get the final adjustment. So get that done. Try to get this bottom bolt in. Then we'll use the what's going on? The bolt's too short. Oh boy. The stock strut, the back nut's welded on, so I had to find another one to go on the bottom. Probably end up having to use the jack to get this up in there, but we'll give it a shot. Alright, so we'll just get a screwdriver in here. Kind of close. Let's see if the bolt will go in. Actually get that in there. I was able to get that in there. Actually, without the jack. Now I'll go do the same to the other side and throw some wheels on this thing, set her down, see where we're at. All right, stretch her in. Not too bad. I haven't locked all this down yet because I want to see where my ride height's at. So we'll get to that. Get some wheels on this thing. I'm gonna fall over. Jeez Louise. All right. Oh, this wheel needs a little cleaning. I'll try to clean it first, not get out the old plastic bit. What I like about that stuff is you can change the color many times without any sanding or anything. And I've got a 64 Impala over there that I've been wanting to do for years, but it's got some issues. So I plastic dipped it, just kind of save on it a little bit. It's plastic dip peels off pretty easy if you do it right. So just like it's like a protectant. So, and it works. Started peeling that thing here a while back, and the paint looks exactly the same as when I sprayed it on there. So let's see, that part's gonna be a huge project. Down, falls off everything. Excuse me. All right, wheels are on. You go ahead and throw in marker lights, turn signals, and we'll get this thing down on the ground and see what the stance is. And I might even take it for a drive for the first time. Coming up. Get in there. All right, easy. On to the oil change. So as you can see, we've got some seepage here, and I noticed there's a couple up here missing a couple of the oil pan bolts. So that doesn't help. I'm going to tighten all this up, spray it off at the local car wash, and see if we can find where these leaks are coming from. I don't think anything major, but probably a lot of loose stuff up in here. So I'll tighten all that stuff up. But try to get this oil out of here. And somebody really put their bicep into this. And I'll strip that. There we go. Now, try to get this out here without it running all the way down to my elbow. The lift is nice, but it would have just went about another 6 inches higher for taller guys like me, but oh well. the oil filter straight up there too. So that's probably gonna make a little bit of a mess. I got the old, there we go. Got the old cardboard laid down just in case. Yeah, work. All right. Let that drain. Get that oil filter out of there. Boy, man. Oh, come on, bro. I want to get oil on my flannel. While that was draining, it turns out I'm missing 4 oil pan bolts. So that could explain all this slime going on. Okay. Wipe this up here. That's gonna have to be all cleaned. Alright, let's see if I can find the hardware for those up in there. Oh, and yes, the oil. Gotta get that oil filter out of there. And hopefully the last person that put it on didn't wrench it down. You know, he should be able to, a guy with a decent grip should be able to turn one of those off, but you know how it goes. Alright, so far the back. Oh yeah. Back little pan bolts. Nuts, it's weird. There's nuts and bolts. They were finger tight, so missing a nut there, that one there. I don't know if this is the right size. Not sure. This is a. I'll have to try it. See if we go up in there. A lot of these. Yep, it works. And that's a fender bolt. Huh? A lot of these use the same stuff. Kind of smart, actually. Alright, there's one. I gotta find one more of those to put up on this side. Just realized my 1964 Coke cooler over there fired up. You guys probably can't hear anything I'm saying. Alright. Those are in and tight now, so maybe that'll stop that leak. Yeah. That old bugger right there. 60 years old. And it works like if it was brand new. Okay, enough of that. Yeah, so there's the little oil filter up in there. I do have to say one thing Honda did is their oil filter set on a slant, so when you drain the oil, that oil is going to drain back down out of that filter because it's at a slant. You still get oil out of them though, but I'm going to try to get that thing out of here. Like I said, if the last guy did it right, should be able to reach up in there, grab onto that thing and loosen it by hand. Let's give it a shot. Over here. Come on. There we go. So last guy did do it right. Now see how much a little pours out of this thing. Hopefully it's not too bad. I haven't done a Honda oil change in a while. Well, for Pete's sakes, how many turns does it take to get a baby oil filter off there? See there? Not a drop came out of that. And that's because of that slanted design. What is this thing? This is a urolator. That's right. All right. Put a new one on. Put some oil in there. We're gonna go for a drive. Well, I am anyway. Well, my local auto place didn't have, this is a K&N, didn't have the normal ones I use, but look at that. That's a setup for disaster. You don't need to use that. You know, make sure you put some fresh oil on the old rubber gasket. Tighten it down till it touches. Give it like a quarter for a third turn. That's all you got to do. In that way, like the guy before me did, makes it easier for the next guy or gal. This thing spun on there. Hopefully they gave me the right. Yep. Gave me the right one. Honda actually, reading somewhere where they have a little notch on the block, and then some of the filters have like these numbers or something, and you're supposed to tighten them past to the certain number or something like that. Right there. That'll do it. Right, now I need to give it a drink. I thought I had this up in the air. I'd try to figure out where these go. I don't recall. I don't recall where I took these off. Don't know. This is a different side. It looks like I got a cutout for one, maybe. I'll have to look that up. All right, first floor, going down. Jeez. Low enough now my kneecaps can do the work. All right, this little bugger takes 3.7 quarts, and that hood is about ready to take my nose off. Goodness gracious, I'm gonna be down on my knees working on this thing now. That's kind of funny. Okay. 3.7 quarts, 5W30. All right, just get the shaking under control. There we go. I'm literally on bended knee. One. Easy. Two. All. .7. Look at something real quick. All right. Start it up. Check for leaks. Yep. No leaks. That's good. Now recheck the low level here. Boy, that's one thing about these B15 motors. I don't know about the or D15 D15 motors. You got to try to get this in a hole clear down there behind this. It's like trying to get a hole in one at a golf course. And when you have shaking issues like I do, it can be a bit of a challenge. One miss. Two. I'll find it eventually. Yep. Bad thing is I gotta take it out and put it back in again. Oh yeah, we're right on the money. Perfect. Okay, hold on now. It can be painful watching me sometimes. Okay, good to go. Now I'm gonna grab my cleaner and head to the local car wash. Give this thing a good spraying down in this engine compartment. so I can see if I need to do any more tightening of this stuff. All right. Test drive is done. It went down the road perfectly straight. You can let go of the steering wheel at 70 and it straight as an arrow. So that's a good sign. Got to drop the rear end. Rear end sitting at 25. Front end's at 23, which I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to lower that 1.5 inches. So if we put stuff in the back, it doesn't look like it's a tail dragger. Nothing wrong with tail draggers, but this is not a tail dragger. Got to put a little bit of tranny fluid in it, and then I'm going to start working on some beautification and interior. I've got to get the tinted glass out of that other door and the door panel. I'll switch those out and then start cleaning it up. Hey guys, thanks for watching, and if you want to, follow, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we're on to part 6. And with that said, I will see you guys on the next one.